This video was made using DeepStory Ai.
The Walten Files 4 begins with Sophie and Jenny Hutchins in a car. They are going to K9, the source of the disappearances of Ashley and Brian Stells. A wave of the hand raised as the Wyant felt like it had been taken away. Soon they arrived at their place to go. It was a big warehouse, near a cemetery. They found the searchlights wired up, the name written down in the hold. They didn't find the plane. They entered the bunker hoping that they are still alive in one of the rooms. Sophie and Jenny followed the other passageway. It was totally black, the only light inside was one that was coming through a vent. It was not of their liking. They had to wait to see if it went out or not. They were not prepared for what happened next. Bon the bunny was here. The rabbit's hand reached out of the darkness, it's as if he wanted to be caught. It felt nice. The hands from behind were put. Sophie was pushed down. The camera slides to the last room, where the bodies were taken out of the fire. They were almost near where the area Sophie and Jenny fear the most, close to here. So stay here. They know where they are. And they are leaving you to find out Soap. That is no small matter. Then after the encounter with the Bunyadi, she would come to be known as Jemima. The area is called Caves de la Heavy Unit Guerrillas. A very nasty bunch of people. Char the sheep following Sophie and Jenny after the encounter with the rampaging rabbit. It is like walking on hard boots, only this time she will be without her sunscreen at all. She and her friends have fallen so much in love with this person they have not even begun to fight. Having this rare bond, she is not the same as before. She now keeps her own home in the caves, next to a very promising man. SSSH Amanda Jenner comes to rescue her and stop her bowing to the peace that is coming down from heaven. So, stay in the car Sophie, she said. I think I hear the shooting starts soon.
Okay Felix, it's my time to talk. Maybe the casting isn't as bad in real life as it seemed to be, said Sophie. Not liking Jenny, her friend, she is much better looking than the horrid looking rabbit man following and stalking them within St. Lawn Forest. It is like watching a new life is happening in some strange land I knew almost nothing about and never even dreamed of. So just when I finally found that I could really get to know her, I knew she is like me. I love her. Sophie is lesbian. Jonas sees Jenny throw down her keys in the front seat of a car which is next to her. They soon ran into the unknown. She soon sees the faint glowing glimmering eyes in the surrounding trees.
She asks Jenny, Jonas, what is this? Jonas thought it was the witch she talking with herself.
Sophie and Jenny now proceed to find them. Brian first. He pushes past them and moves to the doorway. They go to him and give a final standing ovation. Finally, the doors are opened and in walks Marshall. And oh my god. Brian is dead. Sophie pauses, not sure what to do. Then, she punches him. Bond drops Brian. Brian was mutilated. Sophie now smells like blood. She slowly approaches them. Jenny is looking at Brian with desperation. But she is genuinely shocked. She saw him. Is he okay? But even more important, is he alive? Sophie has reached Marshall and they have become instant Sunni. Jenny and Jenny become distracted by a small display of light from one of the rooms. Then suddenly, Sophie shuffles to the door from the darkness. Jenny and Sophie manage to reach him and Brisson chokes. He slides out, unconscious. Brian looks at Sophie. He is choking. Now, an obviously rattled Sophie slowly reaches for a gun inside her jacket. She removes it and puts it in her handbag. Jenny sees this and comes by for help. Sophie shakes him off and starts out. The fire alarm goes off. Brian, still in his blue coat, goes from room to room, looking for Sophia. He eventually finds her in room about halfway between the living room and kitchen. He hits the brake and now it's total panic. Bond gets to her in seconds. The two fall against the wall. Sophie recovers and gets to her knees. She is about to reach for her gun again. The story ends on a cliffhanger. Will they live before the horrid rabbit gets them? Tune in the next installment in the Walt folders. Also how AI makes the story is lol.